Hi everyone. Today we'll be talking about the 8 steps to buying a house. This is going to be a first of a two-part series. So if you are a first-time home buyer thinking about moving to California, this is going to be a great video for you to watch and gain valuable information. So let's get started. My name is Luis Esparza. I'm with Keller Williams Pacific Estates in Long Beach. And a little bit about me. So the reason why I got into real estate is because my parents bought a house in 2004 and they lost their house in the financial crisis of '08, unfortunately. And I wish someone was there to educate my parents about the real estate process. So, therefore, I'm all about educational based learning and making the process feel easy to understand, but most importantly, making you feel confident throughout your home buying journey. When it comes to my personality, I'm calm, assertive when I need to be, but for the most part, I like to be laid back, make the process fun, crack some jokes, and make it really a memorable experience for you. When I'm not doing real estate, I like to play golf. I've been playing golf for about a year now, and it's a humbling experience to say the least, but I love it. So let's get started. The next step is to talk about the terms, and I highly suggest that you stop here and read them because they're going to be included throughout this whole presentation. So just pause here, and then when you're ready to start, just press play. Here are the 8 steps to buying a house. One and two could be flip flop depending on how you want to get started. Some people want to get started with number two, talk to a lender, get to know their budget, and to see how much they are pre approved for first before we're going to open houses. And then you have other people that want to get started with number one, and they normally find an agent at an open house. So let's get started with number one. Number one, finding a real estate agent. Like I mentioned before, you can find them anywhere. Open houses, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, maybe out of golf course, but most likely it's going to be at an open house. I would suggest that you talk to 2 to 3 agents to see who you connect with the most and to see what values and services they provide for you. As for me, I'm going to represent you like I'm helping my parents buy a house. And I love my parents, so I'm going to treat you well and negotiate on your best behalf to get you the best possible deal. Lastly, one of the characteristics I'm proud of is my customer service. It has made a great impact on getting my buyers' offers accepted. I respond promptly to the listing agent, listen to their instruction when submitting offers. In addition to everything else, I communicate well with all parties involved to ensure a seamless transaction. Number two, preparing your finances. This is when you're going to talk with a lender to see how much you are pre approved. I will suggest that you talk to 2 or 3 people or lenders to compare their interest rates and their loan fees. Now, if you go with a big bank like BOA or Chase, then you'll most likely get the best interest rate. However, if you do not fit within their box, then you most likely run into some issues when you are in escrow. So let's say you don't have a great credit score or you have a lot of debt, then I would suggest that you talk to a private mortgage lender. They're probably going to have more options for you when it comes to qualifying for a house. Now, when it comes to down payment, if you are a veteran and doing a VA loan, then you don't have to bring anything to the table. You could bring zero down and qualify for a house. So that's a great option for veterans. If you are not a veteran, then you need to come up with 3% if you're doing conventional and about 3.5 if you're doing FHA loan. Now, if you are a first time home buyer, there are a lot of great programs for you to apply for down payment and closing cost assistance. Number three, finding your dream home. And that starts with a search. We're going to sit down together, talk about your wants and needs, and figure out what's important to you. Once we do, we're going to be talking about the cities and the surrounding neighborhoods that you want to be in. You want to be closer to a freeway, Costco. If you have kids or you're planning to have kids, and school district is going to be important to you, then I highly suggest that you take a look at the description below. It's going to be a link there. Click on it. It's going to show you a beautiful map of all the school districts in California. So if you find a place that you want to move into, you want to make sure that it matches the school district that you want to be in for your kids. Now, after that, we're going to be attending open houses. Now, open houses tend to be from 12 to 4 p.m. I highly suggest if you want to put an offer for a house, I highly suggest that we do a private showing at nighttime, like around 8 p.m., just to basically compare and contrast daytime and nighttime. During the daytime, did you see people walking their dogs, their kids? How was the neighborhood? Was it, loud? Was it quiet? And then is that giving the same vibe at nighttime? Do you see people walking at nighttime? You name it. So I think it's very beneficial for you to do so and basically solidify wanting to put an offer. Number four, making an offer. So you finally found a house that spoke to you and you want to submit an offer. Well, what does an offer entail? It entails a couple things: purchase price, contingencies, terms and conditions, and timeframes. I will be sitting down with you, going over the contract itself, even before we're ready to submit an offer. However, I cannot interpret the contract since I am not a licensed attorney, so therefore I will only highlight the main points of the contract. The contract itself does a really good job explaining everything, but if you need something interpreted, then I highly suggest that you talk to your lawyer. But the reason why I want to go over the contract even before we're ready to submit an offer is because it gives us a leg up on the competition. I have seen it where people are not ready to submit an offer because they have to read the whole contract, and that could take a couple hours. And unfortunately, another offer could come in at that same time, and the seller could just agree to that offer without hearing ours. So I definitely don't want you to be in that situation. So therefore, I want to go over the contract itself first, so you're ready to sign those documents and sign them off quickly and submit an offer. Now, also be prepared if we do submit an offer, we might get a counteroffer back, and we might either accept that counteroffer or renegotiate that counteroffer. Now, next week, I'm going to be talking about the remaining steps, so stay tuned for part two. You do not want to miss part two because I will be going over something that a lot of people are not aware when it comes to getting something in the mail within 6 months to a year after you move in. So if you want to know what that is, I highly suggest that you stay tuned for next week and look forward to that video. Thank you again, guys. I'll see you next week.